Welcome to the Building a Chicken Coop podcast with Bob Keene. Chicken coop construction. If you're getting ready to start your chicken coop construction, it's vital that you are always keeping in mind some very important tips that are going to make your entire venture that much more successful. If you're not following these commandments, your chickens are not going to lay eggs as well, and you're going to become frustrated. Luckily, these chicken coop construction tips aren't all that difficult to follow and or incorporate. Here's what you need to know. Positioning. The very first thing you must consider as you begin your construction is the positioning of the coop. Obviously, you want to place it in some place where you have a good amount of space, but you also need to make sure you're maximizing the amount of sunlight that your chickens get. If you don't, they aren't going to lay as many eggs and will not be as happy in the coop. Obviously, in some climates or seasons where there isn't as much natural daylight, you'd be better advised to get some electrical lighting as well, so the chickens aren't in the dark for the vast majority of the day. Size. Next up, you've got to consider the size of the coop you plan to build. If you're not watching this factor, you could wind up with a chicken coop that's not meant to house the number of chickens that you're aiming, and again, you're going to run into problems. Chickens tend to be very picky animals, and when their coop size isn't comfortable, they are going to let you know about it. If you plan on using a mobile chicken coop, keeping it on the smaller size makes life a great deal easier. While if you plan on having a larger coop, then you should also try and find some chicken coop plans that include a run on the side that the chickens can utilize to get exercise and fresh air when they feel like it. Climate and your flooring choice. Finally, the third factor to consider with your chicken coop construction is the type of floor you plan to use. Typically, the main three types of chicken coop flooring are sawdust, sand, or dried grass. The option of these that you opt for should largely depend upon the type of climate you have, since if you're getting a lot of rain, sawdust isn't really going to be your best option. When wet, sawdust is going to become very heavy and soggy, making it difficult to clean and uncomfortable for your chickens to be around. Sand, on the other hand, will drain the water nicely, so it would be a much better option for those with lots of precipitation. So be sure you keep these chicken coop construction tips in mind by factoring in the building process from a variety of angles and help ensure that you're making all the right decisions. Bill Keene is a former poultry farmer and author of the guide Building a Chicken